Hi, my name is Dave. I'm your host. You're listening to The Last Podcast, where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. If this is your first time finding the channel, welcome. I'm happy you found it. And if you are returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you listening, and I hope you continue to find tips, ideas, and value from listening to this podcast. Today, I want to talk about slinging hope. Are you down? Are you running a little low in the hope department? Well, that's what we want to talk about today. You know, there's a lot of conversations when I go out and I meet a lot of people daily in sales calls and just having general conversations with people. I notice that there is a general concession in certain areas where people just don't seem happy. People don't seem to have a level of hope of things will get better. And in fact, sometimes, like today, I was in an area and there were a lot of people who were talking about, just current events and things of that nature. For me, I like to stay abreast with current events, current affairs, but there is a point where I just have to say, okay, I know what's happening. All right, now I'm not going to dwell on those things. So I am going to keep a mindset of hope. I'm going to keep a mindset of gratification where I have an opportunity to sling hope to others, to uplift, inspire, and, leave people better off than when I first encountered with them. Sometimes we're human. We all get down at some point in time. But some of the people that I contacted today, it was like there's a difference because you're in there and you're talking to people and you're looking face to face at people. And I noticed that there is a lot of people who are working and they're just, going through the motions. And I'm like, wow, that's deep. I don't want to be in a position where I just got to work and go through the motions. I want to be able to enjoy what I'm doing. I want to be able to inspire those and uplift people. And that's good. Not everybody feels that way. People just want to be themselves and just go to work and move on and go home, relax, or whatever it is that they normally do. But what made me talk about this today is I came across quite a few people that looked so down. And after talking with them for a few minutes, they were like, I'm glad that you even came by, although I'm not interested in what you're doing, but you did inspire me. I feel good. Thank you. I appreciate you. And that was fun in itself. That was amazing. Even though they didn't really care about the purpose or reason that I was there, perhaps I wasn't there just because of a sales call. Sometimes we go in areas by divine intervention. And, we might think that, okay, this is a place that I've never been to, so let me just go here and do a bunch of sales calls and visit these different businesses within the area and introduce myself. However, the divine intervention might be, you think that you're doing it, but, it might be a divine intervention for you to go, being that you're inspiring to inspire these people, even though they might not feel good about what they're doing. But if we can just sling hope, and if we could just inspire, if we could just smile and say something that's uplift them and make sure that they are inspired when we leave, I think our job is done, whether we sold something or were successful at what we were originally going to do or not. So what do you think? Do you just go to work and you basically just say to yourself, okay, or do you go to work and do you have fun while you're at work? Do you socialize with some of your coworkers and so on and so forth? I'm curious because when we just go through the motions and where we're at work, and if you're not having any kind of fun, I think that makes for a dull day, don't you? Sure it does. So I had a conversation today, and it was kind of strange because the person says, well, I don't even know why I'm in here anymore, but I just guess it's just out of habit. I come in here and I do what I got to do, and then I go home and do the same thing. And I say, do you drive the same way home? Every day for the past 10 years. Not unless they have an accident and I have to take a detour or something. I was like, and I'm just saying to myself, just listening to this guy was draining. I was drained, literally drained when I left this guy. It was like, wow. That was really like somebody hit me with a sack of potatoes and just tried to weigh me down and not let me go anywhere else. But you know what? When I left the establishment, I went outside, and before I went into another establishment, I had to shake all that off, and then I looked at something that was funny, and I had to get my phone out and I had to laugh so I can take that laughter, that good feeling, into the next sales call. And you know what? Sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we might have to sling hope for ourselves, because sometimes people can get you down. So slinging hope, we have to develop that sort of mindset. Well, you know what? Even though I know what's happening in the world, even though I know what's happening in my own life, I still have to be upbeat. I still have to be hopeful. I still have to be grateful for the things that I do have. I'm not going to look at all the bad that's in my life. I'm not going to look at all the things that's going wrong in my life. I'm going to pick up and look at all the good things, all the things that I could be grateful for, all the things that I can be happy about. These are the things that we need to focus on. Not so much dwelling on all the negative. And it's so easy to dwell on negative ideas and negative feelings and negative things in our life. That's easy. But the hard part is staying upbeat. The hard part is looking at all the positive. The hard part is saying I have to inspire myself before I can even inspire anyone outside of myself. Those are the things that I'm talking about. So we have to sometimes, we have to say to ourselves, okay, let me, if I'm around somebody who's just getting me down, let me get around somebody who will uplift me. Let me get around, or just move away from them and uplift yourself, and then say, all right, now let me take this upbeat attitude through the rest of my day. Sometimes we have to do that. We have to surround ourselves with positive people who influence us in a positive way, right? Sometimes we have to embrace other people's positivity, and that's the hardest thing. Have you ever seen someone who is so positive, you just look at them like, what's wrong with them? What's wrong with them? I remember my wife used to tell me, she said, why do you wake up so loud in the morning? Why do you wake up so happy in the morning? Why? I didn't even open my eyes yet, and here it is, all this noise you making, all this racket, you're laughing, and I get up. I like to laugh, because I did a podcast the other day. You got to incorporate a little laughter in your life. So laughter is a part of slinging hope. Because if you have seen somebody laugh so hard, and you wasn't really laughing, but all of a sudden you're seeing somebody laugh so hard, you're putting a smile on your face trying to find out what was so funny, But laughter is contagious. Hope is too. So when you can have an opportunity to sling hope for somebody, get somebody inspired, get somebody hopeful about anything in their life, hey, you owe it to that person to do so. So that's one of the reasons why I like my podcast. I like to uplift, inspire people. And the conversations that I have throughout my day, some of them are hysterical, some of them are funny. But at the end of the day, of course, do I feel tired? Yes, I do. Do I feel drained at times? Most of the time I do. But I still am happy. I'm still have an upbeat demeanor, so to speak. I want to find something that I can be happy about. And that is the key. So what's the key for you? What would make you hopeful? What would make you in an upbeat fashion that you can find something within your own life to be happy about, to be grateful about? Because all those things are intertwined together. Slinging hope, being hopeful, being upbeat, being inspiring, being uplifting. And then if you want to go for extra credit, being motivated. Yes. My name is Dave. You're listening to the last podcast. Today is Hump Day. Today's Wednesday. I hope that the rest of your week is a positive week, a fruitful week, and a prosperous week. I thank you so much for listening. I wish you a fantastic week. And don't forget to come back on Friday and listen to Poetry Friday. I'll have a brand new poem for you to listen to. Thanks again for listening. And do me a favor, share, like, and subscribe to this podcast. Be blessed. Bye-bye.
The beauty of life.
You're listening to the last podcast.
The beauty of life.
My name is Dave. Thanks again. You're listening to the last podcast. Have a great night. Bye-bye.